Hello, welcome to Truth Runs Deep podcast. I'm Terryn,
I'm Kalli.
and we're here to talk about all things Law and Order, SVU, the mothership, organized crime eventually, fanfic writing, and literally there's still no date, and more. Uh,
Literally, we got nothing.
we like legit recorded. What day did we record? Tuesday, Monday. What day did we
We
record?
recorded Tuesday. We're recording again because the episodes
Right.
happened last
We
night.
needed to
And
talk.
holy shit!
We needed to talk, and that when y'all are not in trouble. This okay. Some of you are in trouble, but not. But we're not in trouble this time. Some of you might be by the time I
Holy
finish.
shit!
We've had quite the night, y'all. We had to hop on, like, be like, all right, we're gonna record tomorrow because we need to do it. Also, because Thanksgiving is next week, and I have family in town, and we're like, all right, we need to do this like today.
Yeah, because we need to get it all out because I need to fucking move on because I'm spiraling and we'll get to why later.
Ooh,
Anyway,
yeah, I got new glasses, y'all. If you see on Spotify, you know we're
Wicked
we're
is out
good.
today. I'm going to see
Wicked
Wicked.
is out.
Out.
Wicked is out today. I got new glasses today,
Freaking
y'all.
out.
You know, I can actually, you that adjustment period where you still can't see it. We're at that moment in life, but we'll see better.
The
I still
soundtrack is
don't.
the soundtrack is out and I'm trying so desperately not to listen to it because I want to like hear it all first time again in the theater. But ah, guys, I've been
Yes,
waiting for this
there's
for 10
lots of
years.
things.
10 years.
Yeah, lots of things are happening, y'all.
Yeah, no, literally. First off, last night's episode, and now I'm going to see Wicked. I was like, thank
Yeah,
God this is
I'm going to a
happening
Christmas
because
parade,
I'm a
and
fucking
I'm
mess.
going to a Christmas parade tonight. So even though Thanksgiving hasn't even come, my town's Christmas parade is tonight. So we're gonna stop yapping because we have lots of things to get to. And because we have so many things to get to, we're gonna split this episode. So you're gonna get the mothership in an episode, and you're gonna get SVU in an episode because the SVU is gonna take us some time. We
But
have a lot to
are
say.
we gonna do it all at once?
Yeah, we're gonna do it all at once. I'm just
Okay.
gonna stop the recording and restart it. So we're gonna do it all in one day. For y'all, it'll be a different day for us in the same session.
All right. Mothership. The episode is called Bad Apple.
Literally,
Literally, that is what it is
it's
called.
like
It starts with all these SWAT guys going into a bunker, and they got apparently a new guy, and they're on a
yeah,
mission for a big
because they're
illicit,
like, don't do anything crazy. We'll get you killed. You know, they're kind of
big,
going on that tangent.
big illicit substance
A
bust,
lot of them.
and they're
Yeah,
literally like tackling people
it's
and getting things, and it gets to the point where this guy is chasing this guy on the roof, and then
yeah. He almost
flips,
falls off,
he
but then
almost
he does.
falls off the damn roof.
But then he doesn't. You know,
And his partner comes out and he sees the guy getting away and his partner dangling for dear life. And so he saves his partner. And he's like, I thought I told you to stay alive.
I know. But you know what? That wasn't for very long. Because next
And
thing
then
you know, he's dead.
next transition, yeah, the guy's dead. His name is Sergeant Jordan Harris of Narcotics from the 2-9, and Riley points out that
That's where
is
Brady's from.
Brady's old unit before she came to the 216?
I think they're the 2-7.
2-7.
Yeah,
SVU is the 16, that's why.
yeah, that's
I was like, I knew it was somewhere. He was shot with a 9mm and he did not see it coming.
Yeah, I believe they say something about a 9mm is an officer's weapon. I think they bring this up early on, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
We found out that he had 2 boys with his ex, so great.
Now they're fatherless.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is worse. They try to talk to his unit because
Current
everybody's like
pissed. There was
and the captain is like, okay, Lieutenant Brady's in charge. You do whatever she needs.
Yeah. This isn't all guys unit in case you for reference. She was the only
literally the only girl. And then they said that apparently they were all out last night and then he had a fight with his girlfriend. And like chased her out the bar, and that's like the last
she
time
got her tattooing and like
saw him. So they went to go to talk to the girlfriend, and she is devastated.
Yeah.
Because she did not know he was dead. And she says that that unit is all a boys' club. Like they don't like anything.
messing up their
thing. Like they don't like anyone coming in from the outside, basically.
it's boys club.
And she goes on to say like she tried to get him to open up about things, but he wouldn't. And Riley's like, it's not easy being a cop. To which the girlfriend says, neither is loving one. Ouch.
Yeah, like
true. Like
always in the line of fire. You know, you do lots of things.
Like damn, but yeah. She says
that he was upset with his brother. He had gone to lunch with his brother.
And things didn't go well. And so they do some research into why he would be upset with his brother. And his brother is like the total opposite of him. His brother is into an anti-police group that wants to abolish the entire police system.
Yeah, so he's like, because you never know it. It's never the first person that they suspect. So, you know, of course it wasn't.
So they go to talk to him. And the first thing the guy says is,
he's at his like meeting. And he's like, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. And I did what I had to do. Well, they think he's thinking about the murder. So they go arrest him. And they're like, you really killed your own brother? And they're like,
and he's like, what? No.
What?
Actually, like, no, actually.
What I was talking about.
He vandalized police cars because...
Yeah, so he wants a lawyer, even though, because he's afraid to say what he did. We then find out
that he did commit a crime, but not that crime.
He vandalized a cop car because some cops in his neighborhood were bothering the black kids.
Yeah, he slashed the tires on police cars. That's what he actually did. He's like...
I mean, okay. And he goes on and says there's no such thing as a few bad apples. They spoiled the whole bunch.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, because there's very important stuff there.
They're
chasing, they're not chasing. They actually find Eddie White, the guy they were chasing.
Well,
they weren't chasing, the other unit was chasing.
Well, they're first, and then so they got the guy's partner, Shaw and Riley in a car, like stakeout. And they're talking about Brady, and Riley's like, yeah, I mean the guy's like, oh, she's a good lieutenant, isn't she? And he's like, yeah, I guess so. The guy's like, you guess so?
And they weren't taking this. They were like, excuse me.
She's like, I don't know. She doesn't talk to me. And he's like, well, then you're not asking the right questions. Side note, Shaw was in a leather jacket. Please do that again.
They were staking out they were watching this lady go into a Japanese restaurant. So they were talking about
it was the guy's
the guy's Eddie White's girlfriend was picking up some food.
And
at the Japanese
restaurant goes, ooh, spicy tuna, now we're talking. And then Riley's like, so it's the guy who just had like 15 beef sticks.
And I was like, oh, man, you're really terrible.
He goes, I had 11, you can't count.
Well, like, that's a lot still. Well, we know Shaw likes to eat then, you know.
Yeah, good to know. He likes to eat. And then the guy's like, you guys.
How long have y'all been partners? Really, they were kind of silly beefing.
Yeah, and they're like, well, Shaw's like over a year, and Riley goes, it feels like 10.
Oh, man.
Then they finally find the guy. They immediately go chase, and now Shaw is running with one of the other guys from the 2-9. And the guy is like, he has a weapon in his hand. He puts it down. He puts his hands up. He's like, I'm unarmed. And the guy is still pointing his weapon at him. And Shaw has to be like, he is unarmed. Put the gun away.
Exactly. We're like, hey, look, we can't be like, stop.
We can't do this. Like, we can't do this with any civilian, but this guy is black, so this didn't help.
Yeah, we're like, we can't be doing this, all right? This already wasn't looking good in the situation.
And the guy's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Shaw's like, no, like, okay, cool.
Sure.
Well, they bring him in, they gather at the bar to do like a little celebration for Harris and be like, yay, Brady got the guy that killed him.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't feel that same way.
I don't think so. Because she once mentioned that She reported an officer for stealing, and the captain was basically like, leave it alone. And then she tries to
She knew they were dirty.
She tries to talk to the captain and be like, I don't think we got the right guy. And he's like, leave it alone. Then she goes to talk to the guy's partner. His name is Brant. I forgot to mention that. And they're looking for, because they had
there's his body cam. And they're like, that's bag wasn't there. Where's his?
Yeah, because Eddie was like, why? Well, like they had found the murder weapon in Eddie's duffel bag, and he's like, I don't know what got there. So they're checking the body cam, and they find the blue duffel bag. They're like, okay, we find the blue duffel bag, we find the murder weapon, and we find out who did it. And so Brady is like, oh my god, it was Milter, one of the other guys. And so they're like, she remembers that they had a storage unit, and he's like, oh, let's check there, maybe put it there. Well,
it is there.
They go down to the storage unit. It's there with a bunch of illicit substances,
with the weapon
and money and weapon. And Brand's like, okay, great, now we can arrest him. And Brady's like, yep.
Actually,
and then Sean Riley immediately arrests him.
You're under arrest.
Like, what? And he's like, yeah,
we played you
all along. I know this is your warehouse. I played you. Exactly. And they're like, you killed your own partner.
Exactly.
She says, get this piece of trash out of my sight. They have evidence. They have
the bag, the blood on the shoes.
Blood on his shoes belonged to Harris. They have...
Yeah, it all lines up pretty good so far.
All good so far. The defense wanted to ask for reasonable bail.
Because, like, you can't put... She's like, putting a cop in jail isn't good. And they're like...
Well, it's not.
$2 million. $2 million.
Brady asked if the captain of the, like, squad knew. He's like, I knew he, like, you know, he's like, he
was dirty, but not that.
He was dirty, but he didn't know he'd do that. And so then they want to talk to Milter, and Milter doesn't want to testify. Nolan and Sam are trying to testify. And he's like, he won't. And they're like, he tried to frame you for the murder.
You shouldn't throw you under the bus.
What do you mean you're not going to testify? And he's like, I'm not going to testify against another cop. No one else in my unit will.
Like, will.
Because after this is over, if I testify, I'll be known as a snitch for the rest of my life.
Yeah, nobody likes that, you know.
So then they go to talk to Baxter, and he's like, yeah, the blue wall is strong. And it's like, well, shit, stop mentioning our fickle, don't you? No.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you've never read The Resistance,
go read it.
You should. It's a work of art. It truly is indeed a work of art.
We'll get to talk to it eventually.
It's very tragic, but it's indeed a work of art.
Freaking process.
We got time in December, y'all. We'll probably get some more of it out. But the police force is called the Blue Wall in The Resistance, in case that's what I was trying to get to.
So then we find out that Eddie is testifying for the prosecution.
Right.
And they're like, you're really, like, you have a decorated cop, and your star witness is a man with 47, like, charges against him.
Yeah.
And Nolan's like, yeah, I'm not going to hide it.
Yeah, I laid it out there for you.
Like, the guy is so honest. He's like, yeah, I've killed people. Yeah, I did this.
I'm selling illicit substances. But I did not do this.
But I didn't do this one.
I didn't do this one, okay? Didn't do this one.
And then they're like, why? How do you know? He's like, well, I didn't even know the guy.
Yeah,
I was busy trying to hide from the police. Why would I go back?
Kill the police. Like, why would I do that?
They had Riley testify. They show the camera footage of Brant putting the duffel bag in the warehouse. And they're like, this is what we found in the duffel bag and the blood. And yeah. Well, then Brant testifies and decides to be even more of a dirty asshole,
Yeah.
because he tries to pin it on Jordan, and he says that Jordan stole the bag and the money, and then made a cut with Eddie. And then when he was gonna cover for him, he got suspicious and hid the bag.
And they're like,
Dude,
that doesn't make sense, bro.
you are a horrible partner.
Exactly. What a terrible lie to tell on your disgraced his name like that.
Yeah, literally. And Nolan's like, you just made that all up.
Like, you just made
It
this
made
up.
no
This
sense.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
And it's like,
you made
oh, and it's like, you want proof? And he literally starts to name all of his accolades. And
We're
be
like,
like,
okay.
that's why I couldn't have done this. Oh shit.
They're like, well,
So they're like, so if nobody can point out that there's a blemish on his record, they're screwed.
yeah.
He literally put all of his corruption onto a good cop. And
Yep.
unless anybody could actually prove it wrong,
They don't
then
got anything. No.
So we then find out that yes, Brady knew about this while she was there. She says that cops don't report other cops, so it kind of just got swept under the rug.
Yep.
And they're like, Brady's like, can you prove it? And she's like, and Nolan is like, not if you can't give us someone who can say otherwise.
Yeah.
So Brady goes to talk to the captain of the unit, and he's like, no.
Yeah. He won't.
And she's like, the blue wall, it's gotta stop. A cop is dead. Like, you're willing to sacrifice one of your own men who's dead just to save this guy.
Yeah.
But then he has a somewhat legit reason. He says he doesn't want to do it because he will lose his pension, and he's been caught for 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So he leaves.
Brady goes back to the precinct.
And they're like talking about like where your line is for like what's a line you would cross for things not being good. And Riley's like, well, if I'm thinking about the situation and if it's something that I wouldn't tell my kids that I did, then I know it's not good to do it. And it's like, that is a very good thing.
If you wouldn't tell a close family member, you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah. And
then Brady decides to testify.
Yep. And she fully takes the blame. She tries to get all the attention away from the captain. She's like, yeah, I knew he did this. I knew he did this. I know he stole. I knew he did this. I didn't do anything about it. Well, that's a nail in his coffin because he's found guilty.
Yep.
Brady tries to go back to talk to the captain. And the captain says, don't come looking for forgiveness, and slams the door in her face.
Yep. He literally just slams
the door in her face. Basically,
like,
those are all her ties with her old unit gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she goes back to
they're like, you got somebody waiting for you in your office.
Immediately staring at her.
I know.
And she's like, she knew this would happen if she did this. And then Shaw's like, yeah, there's a visitor here for you.
Yeah.
He walks into her office, and the guy's like, I'm from IAB. We need to talk.
And then that's how it ends.
End episode.
Bam. The end.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
I mean, it's not like this episode was bad. It's just I expected something different.
Better than the last one. But yeah, I expected a little more out of it. Expected a little more.
It's a mid-season finale. I expected more.
Yeah. Okay, well, SVU set the bar a whole lot higher for
expectations. Higher. Guys, this is literally going to go down in history as one of the best episodes ever.
I'll
be right back.
Really. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
I'm gonna pause the recording and then start another one.
Wait,
so it's already separate.
What do we rate the mothership?
3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3.5.
Better than the last one, but I was expecting a little bit more.
And it comes back January 16th, and they gave us like a little promo, and I don't remember.
There's a few new clips in there, but it's mostly they use a lot of old stuff. They'll probably make a specific one closer to the date.
Okay,
So
we'll be back.
We will be back. Well, actually, y'all see this a different day. It won't be the same day for you, but it will be the same day for us. So we're gonna pop in and pop back out. Stop the recording. And then we'll start another recording.
I'm putting my shirts on. Let's see how